So I'm going to talk about this stuff. I'm going to try to communicate with y'all in a very, I'm going to try not to be, high energy, like angry, because I don't want to come off as an angry person and stuff like that. But, Hannah, yes, we're going to tune in. I'm actually today going to do something that I don't normally do. I'm going to add people to my live too. And I'm specifically looking for cisgender black women to have these discussions with, and I'm not going to just pull in.
Motion detected at side garage.
Girl, don't start. I'm on my live now. Don't start. Don't start this shit. I'm going to pull in a few black cis women who want to share how they feel. I'll call you, Ronnie, in a minute. I'm about to, because I got to talk about this. I want to talk, want to share how they feel about whatever. All right. First of all, let me start out with good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody out there. That's one. Two, I just got back in town. I've been going out of town for weeks. Those of you who follow me, like the Maddie Mob that really follows me and fucks with me, those of you who follow me and fuck with me, you already know that, I'm usually out of town, or I would have been spoken on many of the topics, because that's what I do, okay? That's what I do. I talk about the little stuff or whatever that goes on in the community, in our community as black people, on our time. Now, I have not been able to speak on everything because I have been working. Okay? So, no, you might not have seen me talk about Shanquella. No, you may not have seen that because you haven't seen me really talk about anything, because I have been I've been busy working. Now that I am home, I have time today. So, hey, Chichi, what's up? I'm putting on some oil. I got a bottle of oil, honey. I got me some Get Money oil from Prince Elias. But that's another story. We ain't talking about that oil I'm talking about over there. I want to talk about this, okay? I will be pulling a few cis black women. I'm going to be pulling a few trans women. Hopefully we are going to be very, Mimi, you said, why are you distracting from the facts of the case? Okay, so what is the facts of the case? Because what the statement I made was, because what I was tagged in when I woke up this morning was, here's what was said to me, was, bitch, you trans talk about everything. You talk about everything. You talk about everything else, but I bet you won't talk about this, about how a transgender bitch beat up and killed that girl. So this is how I was met before I even had the opportunity to start talking about the subject. Before I even had the opportunity to start talking about the subject, I woke up with that when I checked my messages and stuff this morning. So that's why I made the post. That's why it was not about me deflecting or taking away or making this about trans people and this and the other. It was before I even had the opportunity I'm going to explain to her own. Her own means her own, God damn it. Fuck are you talking about? That's what her own means. So immediately when I got up, it was this. I'm like, bro, damn. So mind you, I started looking at the story like, oh my God. So they really finna sit up here and try to make this out to do this? Like they really finna sit here and try to shift this shit around like this? Like, nah, let me first start out with that before I do get in and start giving my commentary on the situation. So the first thing that I motherfucking saw in reference to what was going on was this. This is what I saw. Okay? Some black man had took the wig off of the girl and made the girl look like this. Okay? This is what I saw first. So let's begin, because I'm going to go through this shit with y'all. Okay? That is the first thing that I saw. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this. Doing this was a dude she was fighting. Okay? So this is what Come on. No, pretty paid me. So men that want to be women don't want to include. Hold up, shawty. And if I pull you up here, shawty, don't come on here with that foolishness because I do eat. I'm fat, bitch, and I eat. So we're not going to do that. So this is what, yes. So look how somebody says, so that's not real. Right. Okay. So this is what I was saying in my context of talking about the situation. Like, bro, what's going on? And people were tagging me this while I was in New York. Man, I was like, what are they talking about? A trans woman beat up this girl. Like, what is this? What is this stuff? What is this? You know? So the context of my post was, going back over here, was my statement was, now why would someone even start that kind of lie on a trans person and you people immediately believe that bogus shit? That was not true. No transgender woman beat Shanquella Robison to death. It was one of her own. You people immediately ran with that lie. Okay? There we go. Yes, I said that you was one of your own. You got damn right I fucking said it. Now look, the reason why, here we go with people. Here's the comment. Here's a lot of the comment. I'm going to talk about this on my show because Instagram don't let you can't see the full. Look, I'm getting all y'all in here. They need to lock that nigga up immediately. The others going to fall behind him, the punk fighting the girl. Clearly she didn't want to fight him. So sad, okay? So now, mind you, when I show you this stuff, these things be having 6,000, 7,000, 10,000 shares and views and all of this type of stuff. You get what I'm saying? 6,000, 10,000, 20,000 views and shares, right? You said, how do I know that I wasn't there? So when you read the story, how many people were included? Shanquella, how many people were included in there? How many people, like that, when you read the list of it? So how many people were there? Right. How many people were implicated as identified as trans people? How many? She wasn't fighting though. It was fighting her. You right. We all know that. Okay. Stop sharing. Hold on. I don't just jump out the window, bitch. Hold on. Stop sharing. Anyway. Okay. So then I made the thing. Then the shade room, who never posts me. The shade room, they never posts any of my accomplishments, never post any of the good stuff. Never. They never post me, but they always post this stuff because they know you motherfucking goddamn bubble bum gumpkin thinking ass motherfucking hoes who be over there already. Y'all already be over there and y'all hold anti-trans and gay and fag shit. You get what I'm saying? You say, so you live to talk about your kind? No, I'm live to talk about every motherfucking thing. OGE, suck my dick. And let me make something clear to you pussy ass motherfucking hoes, bitch. I have never, in my 45 years of motherfucking living, have ever sat up, bitch, and tried to insert myself in some, up under some bullshit, bitch. I have always stated, bitch, that I am a trans person. Always stated I'm a trans woman, bitch. Always let you hoes know, bitch, that I'm a chick with a motherfucking dick, bitch. Always let you pussy ass hoes know that. Always, bitch. I ain't never ever sat over there and acted like it was anything motherfucking different, bitch, because I am a proud transgender woman, bitch, from day one. I ain't never hid it. I came to the door on you pussy ass motherfucking hoes naked, bitch. The fuck you talking about? So back to what I was saying. The shit that burns me up is the selective outrage because I said, oh, because one of her own. Now, bitch, just yesterday, when I told you pussy ass fucking hoes, bitch, that I went to jail under the Nikita Dragon situation, you hoes went all out y'all way to let me know, bitch, that I'm a man. You hoes went you bitch, in every direction that you could find a fucking direction to go. You went out y'all direction to go to try to tell me that I'm a motherfucking man, bitch. Every direction. So now, when I say now one of us did it to this girl, all of a sudden, and I say it was her own. Now, what is it, bitch? Today, let me know the motherfucking day. Today is trans women to y'all bitches, or is we niggas? Is we women's to y'all motherfucking bitches, or is we niggas? Because I'm a trans bitch. And I'm going to say this loud and motherfucking proud. I wouldn't give a fuck if they gave us a separate bathroom. I wouldn't give a fuck if they gave us a separate any motherfucking thing. I wouldn't give a damn about it. I ain't opposed to it, bitch. I'm all right being in my own fucking lane. And so when I said that it was her own, bitch, when I said this, now all of a sudden, I turned the mirror around on you pussy assholes, and now you can't take it. Every fucking time that I turn the mirror around and let y'all hoes see y'all bitches for who y'all fucking is, bitch, y'all try to spin it back and get mad at me. Bitch, every single day, every single post, every single fucking thing that got something to do with any transgender anybody, you hoes always jump up to try to explain how we're men and how we are not real and how we are not y'all and how we are not this and you will never be. So the moment that I said it was her own that killed her, bitch. The moment that I said that, so what you saying? Oh, now you mad? Suck my ass, bitch. Think I give a fuck because you're mad? I feel some type of way because everybody was on the bandwagon watching this, letting this shit be all out on the public. And Sandra Rose ugly ass, bull dyke ass motherfucking posted that shit too. She posted that bullshit too about this fucking was a transgender woman. And you know you hoes is just like sheeps, bitch. Especially when it comes down to anything anti-fag, bitch. You hoes be on the runway with that shit. And so when she posted and when they post that shit, y'all run a marathon with that fucking shit. You run a marathon with that shit. Don't act like that you ain't never. Let me put it in the context that you can understand, right? Because you black motherfucking hoes only understand black shit and always try to separate black shit from fag shit. But it's black fags and trans in your community. Let's go. It's the same way as a nigga, as a white bitch screaming out that a nigga done raped her. It's the same context as a white bitch screaming out that a nigga has fucked her against her, held her down, and fucked her against her will. That's why it's important for you to come clear that motherfucking shit up because, bitch, then you get witch hunts on black men who ain't raped nobody or who have been accused of raping a motherfucker. Holding a motherfucker down against their will, doing some ill shit against them. You can understand that logic. You can understand the context of that because, you get that. You can understand that. So, of course, I'm going to say, damn, why would y'all make up a story like that and then send this shit out here? Then, bitch, I'm a black trans person that lives in a motherfucking America. Ho. Do you not see what the fuck going on, bitch? Brooklyn. If listen, a hit dog or holler. I didn't say all y'all females. I didn't say all of that. I didn't say that. I was speaking to the ones who answered back. So if you're one of the ones that answered back, then I was speaking to you. But if you're not one of the ones, because my cis girls that fuck with me understand and they know. They know. So therefore, I'm going to put it in the context. It's just like a black man being accused by a white bitch of rape. And he didn't do it. Or was nowhere on the motherfucking scene. No, I didn't say your kind. I said her own. I said her own. I said her own. Don't misconstrue and tied up, bitch. I said her own. So don't sit over here and play fucking stupid. What do you mean this is about me? I'm not making this about me. I'm just making it about what it's not, bitch. And it's not no girl that did this. Until they jump out and say that motherfucking girl was trans, I will come and retract all my fucking statements live, bitch. on live TV, bitch, if I got to. When I cussed Nikita the Dragon Eye about putting dick on Asian doll, y'all, they posted that bullshit. Don't act like that I don't stand up for women, men, especially black, you stupid bitch. Especially black I stand up for because, bitch, I'm that and trans first. So don't sit up here and act like that I'm not going to stand, especially with me being a large voice in the community, bitch. And I'm not going to say, hey, cut that shit out. Because I live in this world, bitch. And no matter how high status or high profile or whatever it is that a bitch may see, or whatever it is that a bitch may see by me, bitch, I'm also in danger too. Because a motherfucker attack me on the fucking street or do some ill shit to me, and what you hoes will be posting. Well, they should stop trying to fool. You never know what people do and hide behind the guises of. This is why we in the situation is with Shanquella. She was with her friends. Her friends that there was some hating ass motherfucking people. Now you hoes not finna come on here with that bullshit, because I will light you bitches the fuck up today. Don't come on here with that bullshit with me. I'm trying to make this about me. No, what I'm trying to make it is not about me. It's not about me. Bitch. Thank you for the badges, baby. Hold on. Hey, Amber, I love you. Hold on. Bitch, get sick of that shit. Bitch, hold on. Where you at, Dominique? Hold on. All right. I ain't gonna let but a few of you on this bitch. And if you hoes come on here with that bullshit, you gonna get it. Hey, sister, how you doing?
What is the tea?
Let's talk about it real quick.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
go ahead.
Do you think that I had a poor choice of words when I said it was her own?
I don't think it was a poor choice of words, because I know what you were saying is that there's an audacity in making this person who did this, who we believe did this, a black trans person, black trans woman, when it was a cisgender woman. Naming that it's easier for y'all to villainize her if y'all thought she was trans. And very much for me, your statement gave, girl, that ain't ours. We didn't do that. Not today.
No.
Right? And I think, and it was interesting in your comments, what we've said is that trans women are women. And having been someone who has followed Madison for years, she's always named and declared the difference between women, folks who are identified as women at birth, and folks who live in a gender identity of a woman, right? So I think it's this fake outrage and wanting to try to twist words on you, Madison, of, oh, now you ain't us, or I thought you were. And it's them deflecting and gaslighting you that was really sending me. You didn't say anything wrong. You made it crystal clear of what it was. I honestly think people were upset that somebody with the level of platform you have said something about it. I think they were more upset that they were faced with their transphobia while they sit on your post and pretend to support you and like you, that they cannot recognize that the things that they are saying, as you just said, sis, no matter how much of a celebrity you are, no matter how much access you are, girl, you could be walking in the hotel, going to the vending machine, and then something happens. And so what y'all were saying is detrimental to the experience of black trans women, and folks with a voice and a platform like Madison, them saying it, one, is appropriate, and two, if not then who?
Right. Because I'm sitting up here, and mind you, sister, you know, I've been working and I've been busy. I've been on my place. I talk about everything that's going on in our community. Everything. Every single, whether just because this made it to the shade room don't mean that I don't speak on all the shit. I defend black women. I defend black men. I defend black trans women, I defend. If it's black bitch and I'm getting my opinion on it, I'm gonna give my opinion on it. But bitch, let me tell you something. Just like I defend, I read black women, I read black men to the motherfucking flow, and I read transsexuals the fuck too. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
This is not about a blaming. Madison, none of the things that I've heard Madison, what I've heard Dominique say, anyone say is not about a blaming. It's it's accountability. Y'all wrong as hell. 2, it's y'all never talk about us in a positive light. I never saw the Neighborhood Talk post about bros. I didn't see the Neighborhood Talk post when we were grand marshals for New York Pride this summer. I didn't see the Neighborhood Talk post when you made history with your reality show. I've never seen that. But I always see when you
it'd be the Shade Room. But you ain't see the Shade Room post about shit about me with Beyonce.
Nothing.
You don't see them do. But as soon as it's something that it seems like it will tip the scale into a space where we have, because they already transphobic over there anyway. Even the fags that occupy the space over there.
Because the girls are mad over dick. Y'all are mad because they think the trade is going after the girls. It's like, because there's nothing else for y'all to be mad about. There is nothing else for y'all to do the things that y'all do that position us to be harmed the way that y'all do. And y'all aren't that thoughtful. You aren't that educated. So it's just my opinion. No, you don't form opinions that way. It is a messy approach to make people, and I just want to say this, Madison, as someone who loves you, I got upset because also I know what it's like to literally be on your own social media and be under attack. And the Neighborhood Talk, I was like, y'all posted that knowing all those people were going to go over to Madison's page, knowing all these people are going to be attacking her. And for me, that's an intentional.
No, it'd be the Shade Room for me. Because now I'm not going to front this. Now I got to, now Neighborhood Talk support me.
I just saw Kyle's post. I hadn't seen the Shade Room.
Yeah, but it's the Neighborhood Talk support. Now I'm gonna clear that up a bit, Dominique. Neighborhood Talk do support me.
Okay.
It'd be the Shade Room that do not.
Oh, okay.
Those Shade Room girls are very vicious when it comes down to anything transsexual, anything transgender, anything. They are very intentional about the way that they carry. You get what I'm saying?
Those are the girls that are connected to the Jakes and them over there with the babies and things that people don't want to talk about. Oh, okay.
But here's my point in this situation, right? I just was trying to clear us out of the situation until I, T.S. Madison, find or hear that there was something else that transpired. Like, I will come back and retract every statement that I have made about. Now, if it's proven that that this girl is trans and this and the other, then I'll come back and be like, bitch, she was dead ass wrong or whatever. We gonna persecute that bitch to the floor. I don't think that we're above that. But
absolutely. But
at this moment, because I was on your live and I did see you say that one, like you was calling out all the people that were involved, because I haven't even had a chance to get all the context of the story together yet because I've been carrying on.
Absolutely. We know the friends, we've seen their pictures. The one boy did a live. Do you think that black boy would have been there and it was a trans girl that was fighting her and he wouldn't have told y'all it was a trans girl there? He wouldn't have had the chance to drag her if that was the case. We've seen the pictures of them. We've seen their social media. We've seen their LinkedIns. What we know is she was assaulted. She died from injuries. And no one there was trans identified. That's the facts.
Right.
That's all the facts we know. Outside of that, that's why they're doing another autopsy. That's why the family is asking the FBI to investigate, because there's so much we don't know. But how dare, in the midst of so much we don't know, would y'all pretend to know that this girl who was fighting her was trans? That's the one fact y'all want to cling to. And so, Madison, again, I just will reiterate, it's too dangerous for us to be involved in something like that. We barely can use the bathroom in public spaces. We barely can go to work.
My own motherfucking bathroom.
We barely can go to work.
Give me my own bathroom. Give me my own bathroom.
The safety.
All my sisters out there that want us to have our own bathroom, I'm with you. Give it to me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
The
I'm
safety.
tired of arguing and fussing about this same dumb shit. But
Same
I
shit.
tired of us, when it comes down to it, like, don't blame us for something that we didn't do
We did not
until
do.
this comes forth and they say that somebody in there was trans identified. I'm gonna come back and retract every the fucking thing I said.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And more than anything, though, girl, they photoshopped the picture and put a brush cut on the girl.
So
right?
down here saying so it hasn't been true. It hasn't been proven that it wasn't a trans woman. But it hasn't been proven that it was.
It hasn't been proven that it was. And two, can I ask, for people who are excited for it to be a trans woman, what does that mean for y'all? What would that give y'all? Because the girl was murdered no matter what. What does that mean? Does that validate the terrible things you think about trans people? Does this give you a chance to validate your transphobia? Why are y'all so hungry for this person to be a trans Black woman is what I'm wondering. We know why we're saying that is not the situation because we haven't been told that. Why do y'all want that to be fact so damn bad? And it's because the more bad things that y'all can blame us for, the more valid you will feel in the hate you have for us when we ain't did nothing to you.
Again, like I said, okay, it's just like, because they can understand this. It's just like a Black man being accused of raping a white bitch, and he ain't had shit to do with that. And all along, it was her own that was fucking her. We've seen it in Rosewood and all of that bullshit. So let's let's if we can put ourselves in that mind space, which they can't, because once again, with the outrage of me saying her own, not now a woman, now we women. Now, wait a minute. Wait, hold on, sister. Now we women? Oh, we women now.
Mm-hmm. You can't, I never really trusted them trans because, when it really gets into it, they always gonna separate themselves. I'm like, y'all are really reaching. And I'm like, if y'all just want to hate us, girl, do that. You ain't gotta find no excuse. If you just don't live, you just don't live. But the reaching that's happening, the attacks, is something that is unacceptable. And it doesn't matter how big of a celebrity you are, Madison. I am never going to allow people to not center that you are a human being and deserve respect.
Somebody saying, now, Maddie, stand by your comment. You're deflecting now. What was my comment that I'm deflecting about? At first, I will tell you, I meant it was her own people, but then after it rolled out, like, yeah, her own. God damn it, yes.
Yeah.
Her own.
Yeah. Yeah.
A cisgender woman.
Yeah. Because also, when we get killed, and we kill because we lying, y'all will make that as an excuse for why it's okay. Like, don't act like y'all don't compartmentalize us, and don't act like when we've talked about the trans experience, we have not negated that there is a difference between a trans woman and a cisgender woman. And also, we want to discuss the sameness in the womanhood conversation. Folks can't handle nuance. Y'all didn't have comprehensive sex education. You girls are just out here fucking. Y'all don't know what hole y'all putting it in. Y'all don't know what's going on, and it shows because y'all don't want to talk about the layers.
Hold on, let me add Brooklyn in here because I was talking to Brooklyn. Now, Brooklyn, listen, I'm gonna add you, but sis, don't come here with the foolery because we get real rowdy. So, sis, don't do it. I'm not trying to make this. I'm not trying to make this rowdy. Oh, I can't add. I can't add no more peoples.
Listen, let Miss Mama speak. I just wanted to say, one, I support you 1,000%. Two, y'all quit.
Now, when I'm wrong and fucked up, I'd have texted
you and been like, now, sir, now, sir, right? But y'all know what this was about. Y'all know what Madison meant, and y'all know that this could really affect us. This is probably, since Sandra Bland, like, it was a young girl who was in the freezer. There was Sandra Bland.
Kanika,
Right, there was
Kanika
Younger in the Freezer.
Yeah.
This is one of the, this is and should be a huge story where we're talking about a young Black girl being harmed. I'm not apologizing because we do not want the Black trans community to be associated with being part of harming her. I'm not going to apologize for that because this story is going to stay in the minds of Black folks, and we are actively doing work, all of us, just by our existence, of being seen as folks that can be respected and loved, and we're not trying to lose all that progress behind a lie. So if y'all can't understand that, love you. Hope one day you are able to do that. But no, Madison, I understood what you were saying. I completely support you, and I really think people need to take some time and just think.
No, I did. You said, "Nah, Maddie, you called us you people." No, baby.
No.
I said you people as in you people as whole. You people that jump up and take every narrative and run with it. You people, because just like a bitch jump. I'm not gonna do this. No, Madison. No.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the experience of cisgender Black women because I'm not a cisgender Black woman. I am speaking about when people were saying this is not the time to center yourself. We're not centering ourselves. We were put in it, and we are trying to explain why we don't want to be put in it and the impact it could have. And I'm logical enough to understand there are multiple levels and experiences that go into this overall conversation. So absolutely, I will step to the side for Madison to add more people, but I just want y'all to know, I recognize there's layers, but I needed y'all to know why we are saying this, because we don't want to be involved in anything that is going to make our lives harder for us than it already is.
Correct.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Hey, sister.
Hey, baby.
You so pretty. I loved your hair the other day. It was so gorgeous.
Thank you.
You see, I had the little thing.
Listen, I was over here looking like a slave. I had to take it down real quick when I saw you accepted me. But listen, so my thing with this is, Dominique, I appreciate everything that you said. I think that you were definitely on point. Maddie, I feel like you were on point. And I think that it's important to clarify shit like this because the transgender community are getting attacked, they're getting killed, like all of this stuff is happening in your community, and you deserve to be able to separate yourself from certain bullshit, from all bullshit. Correct. Because it is so much hate and discrimination towards your community. So for you to say it was her own, I understood that. Like, that wasn't problematic for me. That just meant that it was not a transgender individual, and that needs to be stated. And I think that the example that you gave about the white woman getting raped by the white man but accusing the Black man, that's the same thing. Like, we talk about sex all the time, and we talk about bodies and niggas lying on their dicks and stuff, and y'all shouldn't have to take this body because it ain't yours.
And my thing is, and sister, even in my post, I stated this crime was heinous, and we need to make sure that that this girl gets justice. I said all of this.
It was bad. It was bad enough that it happened, and to add another layer to it and have all of this infighting going on, which is similar to what we know happened with them to a certain extent, like it's ridiculous. The fact of the matter is, no matter how she ended up dead, she should not be dead.
Should not.
The incident itself was bad.
It's awful. She should not be dead. Those people need to be persecuted to the fullest extent of the law. They left that woman's body over there and said that she was poisoned, alcohol
poison.
That she was alcohol poisoned. Like, I'm over here like, bro, no. Because how many times do we pack up our things and get up and go on a trip with people? We like, oh, I like you, I fool with you, I fuck with you, this my Judy, this my girl. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh my God. Then we get over here and then somebody calling our mama saying, girl, she died of alcohol poisoning. And then come back.
She don't feel good. She dead.
Neck broke, a spine cracked, all kind of shit. And so I'm over here like, oh my God, I haven't even had an opportunity to even speak on the situation. Sister, I talk about every damn thing that go on in the community. I haven't had a chance to speak on it. And people are messaging me saying, bitch, I guarantee you you won't say nothing about it now since it's the exact word, since it was a tranny that did this shit to her, bitch. That's why you ain't saying nothing about it, because it was a tranny did it. You know y'all trannies love to take up for y'all own. I'm like, hold on. So then I'm looking at the stories. I had been tagged while I was in New York, but I didn't get a chance to really look at what I was tagged in on my story because I was getting my award. And I'm looking at it today, like, oh no, they photoshopped this girl. They took the hair off of this girl's head and made this girl look like a fucking man. And then saying that because when they was watching, because I watched the video. I watched the video in horror.
But why? Because her wig came off, or because she threw her wig off, why does that make her transgender? Because everybody wear fucking wigs.
Well, no, they were saying that she was strong.
Her bone. They were talking about her bone
but I
structure.
saw somebody saying, "Did you see her take her hair off?" And I'm like, "You dumb motherfucker."
Her wig came off. Her wig came off, but they was trying to be funny and say her bone structure and all these other things. Which is a deeper issue because there are cisgender black women who are built a certain way, and that's why you have cisgender black women who don't feel affirmed, getting these surgeries and things, because cis women can't be who they are because you got to look a certain way. And y'all then photoshopped a brush cut on this girl. And so again, us talking about this, and for people in the comments, yes, the story is still developing. Yes, the heinous crime is what we need to focus on. And if you're trying to find someone who's trans and that's not the person who did it, justice is never going to be served anyway.
Justice is not going to be served. And I feel like people are fucking with y'all because they can fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be able to attach some type of negativity to it. Because now it's like, bitches are mad because you said her own, and now it's like, oh, you're transgender, you identify as a woman, but now you're saying her own, like you're not one of her own. No, y'all ain't been one of these people to identify as women. You don't want them to go to the same bathroom you go to. You don't want them to be in the dressing room with you. If they go to jail, they need to go in population with the men and all that shit. So when a bitch say her own and she's transgender, she mean her own because y'all don't motherfucking want them. No other time do you want them. So now that it's something bad that you can attach to this community, now you want to have some kind of ownership in womanhood. It's a bunch of bullshit. There's no one way to be a woman, and a trans woman is a woman too. But
a trans
let's
woman.
Let's not say that let's not put this on the transgender community.
This is the thing, and I need the folks to hear this. I've always stood in my trans. It's always. I've never ever stated like, well, I don't know what it's. You are a woman. You are a female. I don't know what it's like to be a female. I'm not a female. I wasn't born a female. I don't have female genitalia.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that you are a woman in your own right.
In my own, but I'm under the woman umbrella because because of the way I live my life. But I am not a female, and every platform that I have always been on, stood on, whether it's been Breakfast
Club, you've been the big dick bitch.
They've been there. I always state that I am not a female, and I don't know what it's like to be that. That's not my lived experience. Always.
Well, and also there's sex assigned at birth. That is, when you come out of the womb, this is the sex that we're assigning this person, right? So when people are like, oh, your DNA, this and the third, no trans person is negating that. A lot of trans girls don't even have the money to go get some laser. You think they in here trying to change their DNA, sis? Right? So then Nikita got millions and ain't even changed the gender marker on her ID. Let's talk about it, right? So there's sex assigned at birth, there's gender identity, and then there is gender expression. And then there's a whole nother conversation about who you lay with and who you have sex with, which has nothing to do with your identity. But I want to say, this is how much lies about trans people or putting the trans experience on people sticks. People are 20 years later, again, talking about Sierra being born a boy on Twitter. It blew up again this week. 20 years ago, y'all, this girl had all of this man's kids, and y'all brought it back. I'm saying that we are also being so loud in this moment because these lies, these false narratives,
They
they
live
live
in people's
longer.
head. They live
They
in their
live in
head
people's
and their
head.
heart.
This
And
girl could
whenever
be
the
found
opportunity
guilty and
presents
everything
itself,
else, and I promise you there's going to be a YouTube channel that finds somebody who thought she looked like a boy in middle school, because it's this weirdness around the trans experience. And I just want to say, and I'm going to shut up, there are no Black trans women who are trying to compete against Black cis women. We know the power of Black women in our community, our mamas, our aunties, our cousins, our family. And the more that we build communication, the more that we build relationship, the less that these type of things get to live. I promise you, the closer we are, the less the foolishness gets to live. And I can't talk about what white trans girls are talking about.
I don't know that.
Dylan and them is out here arguing about tucking.
That's not
Dylan and them is out here getting on TikTok, counting how many days they've been a woman. I'm not going to hate on mama, but that's not my experience. That's not the experience of most Black trans women. Stop making us answer for things we don't even think about. We don't even have the privilege to think about. Most Black trans girls, you know, they're trying to figure out what we're going to eat tonight and how they're going to pay their bill when the first come next week.
You know what's so problematic for me is that a lot of what we do is being watched by our girls. And this conversation should be being had from another perspective, to talk to our girls about keeping themselves safe, about relationship building, about friendships, about all of this type of stuff that would make them more self-aware and more confident and able to build better relationships. But instead, we are having this huge argument and infighting about a different community of women who we should be embracing. Like, that's what the big problem is for me. Like, this girl died and she should not be dead.
She should not.
And this is like, it really laid on me because my daughter and her friends left and went to Miami Thursday for her birthday trip. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just thinking about her mother and how her child left home to go on a quick little trip and she came back home dead.
Dead. And the never-ending notes is saying we also should hold that man.
Both of the men, it was two men there.
That man accountable for who was there and let that shit happen. The gay man. He was gay. We need to hold his motherfucking homosexual ass accountable for that shit too. Until this is all surface level how we feel until we know exactly what's really going on. And we also need to hold that motherfucking person that man accountable who photoshopped that damn thing and made that story that this was a fucking trans woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because that was some bullshit. It was ignorant. It was disrespectful to the trans community, but it was also disrespectful to women as a whole. Because again, we have to fight so much and so hard to outweigh society's standards of how we supposed to look. So now she's strong in the face, so she had to be transgender.
Right.
Knowing that they got cousins and big mamas, they got big ham hock ass hands too. That is not associated with a gender. Black folks, we look, that's the beauty of Blackness. And that's the other part about these conversations about who looks what. If we keep trying to do away with all of the aspects that are connected to the Black community and everybody's nose look the same, everybody's body look the same, we're going to lose a huge part of us as Black folks. And it's sad because it does not allow for a cisgender woman to even love herself, because now she got to be trans because of how her face looks.
She has some muscles, like you can only lift weights at the gym if you're a man.
That's ridiculous. And also, let's be clear, this was done out of the country. In a country where the whole conversation about trans people, what I know to be true, if a trans girl had been questioned about being a part of harming someone there, mama wouldn't have made it out the country.
She would have definitely made it out of Mexico, bitch. We barely make it out of Mexico for doing surgery.
Like, if any of this was true, the way that they would have strung Miss Mamas up, like, that's the other part where it's like, these girls then came back. People weren't even talking about this last week until the video went viral on Twitter. the boy that was there, he made a whole video he's swearing to God and what time he got
trying
there
to
and this
clear
and the
himself.
third, posting Kelly Price songs on his story on Instagram. Y'all are focusing on the wrong thing. As Sister said, the biggest tragedy is we lost one of ours.
Yes.
And we need to figure out what happened to one of ours. We need to make sure that her family is supported, and we need to be focused on truth, because at times like this, anything that is not the truth is to the overall detriment of Black people.
And it is.
Y'all gonna gag when Fox News pick up this story, because that's what's next. Y'all gonna gag when Fox News pick up this story that it was a Black trans girl, because we as Black folks do too much work to support white folks in talking about and downing the entire Black experience. Y'all think they just talking about Black trans people. Baby, they just talking about Black people.
Correct.
So we need to support our Blackness overall, no matter trans, cis, anything in between.
All day. All day. And all day. And I personally don't think that I was wrong for trying to pull us out that bush, out that shit.
I don't think you were wrong. As a cis woman, like, I don't think
No,
you
it's
were
not.
wrong.
Because, sister, if it was one of us and we did the shit and they had blamed you as a cis woman, you would feel some type of way too.
I would. I would.
I ain't had nothing to do with that.
I would. I definitely would.
I ain't had nothing to do with that. Don't cause listen, I fuss with y'all, so don't come over here with that shit like this when we do this. No.
I would. And the sad part about it is, if it was the other way around and you guys were blaming us, like, we wouldn't get the same level of pushback that y'all are gonna get. Because people are ready.
Your sound went out, sister.
Your sound went out, sister.
Okay.
Are ready and eager to attack transgender.
Moon Guardian,
So
why you say, hold on, you say I gotta learn to be quiet sometimes? No. Me being quiet wouldn't make no movement. A loud mouth and a loud presence like mine, I don't need to be quiet.
And if she was quiet, she would have been attacked for being quiet, because I was on Madison's live a couple of nights ago, the night she won her award, and people were in the comments asking her to comment about this. She said, I need to read up on this more, and I'm going to talk about this in a couple of days.
And guess what?
And
God did not put you in this place and offer you this platform for you to be silent about things that affect you and that affect people that look like you. So Correct. It ain't no be quiet.
You should never ask anyone to be silent in the face of their oppressor. No one should ever have to do that, ever. And if a person doesn't respond to the harm to them in a way that you think is appropriate, if it's
people
not polite
kill
enough,
you and say you liked it.
I'm sorry, baby. But people are in real time experiencing things. And I was in Madison's comments. I was seeing the things that were being said by people who are following this woman. And again, at the end of the day, you don't have to like us. You don't have to find us fuckable. All these things. You just gotta, we just hope that you acknowledge we deserve to live. And we deserve to be treated like human beings. And as Black people, if you think you're going to get to free and I'm not free with you, you sadly mistaken, sis. Because I know that my freedom is connected to yours. I know that.
And Dominique,
even for the folks who don't see it for me, even for the people who don't think I should breathe, I know that unless all Black people are free, my free ain't going to hit the same.
Yeah. And y'all deserve to be able to live well. Like, this should not, it should not be a thing. Like, I don't understand why someone's sexuality is so pressed to a motherfucker that they not fucking. Like, I tell people that all the time. Why is that? What does that, who you have sex with or who you identify as sexually does not have anything to do with your character. It just doesn't. It's just, it's so much bullshit. Like, but I just feel, I'm so hurt that this conversation is not targeting the audience that it should be targeting.
I think the call to action, y'all make sure that y'all going to sign the petition. Make sure that y'all are doing your own due diligence to find out factual information to share. Donate to the GoFundMe if you can. If you can't personally go donate to it, share it, right? So everybody is saying, we all agree, we want to focus on the family. This is an extreme loss for all of us, and we want to find out what happened. So let that be our focus. And I love everybody, and I mean that shit. And Shanquella could be me. She could be my little cousin. She could be my sister. And I don't want to live in a world where young Black girls don't get to turn into old Black women. I don't want to live in that world. Be them cis or trans. I don't want to live in a world where young Black girls don't get to turn into old Black women. And I want to be a part of making that type of world happen. And Madison's voice, Madison's presence, I think is really essential for us to be seen, which also sometimes means that she is easily attacked. But that's what that's what I wanted to say in my live. I gotta go lay down because I gotta go back and do this panel tonight at the conference. Madison, I love you.
I love you too.
And thank you for having me on here. And thank everybody for listening.
For coming on. Thank you very much.
I love you, sis. Bye.
Thank you.
You too. I'll talk with y'all later on.
See y'all later.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Be sure to like, share, and subscribe here with us at Back in Time. But until next time.
This is a good time. Get the stepping. This is a good time. Get the stepping.